Is Sharia law in effect in Murfreesboro, Tennessee at the ICM?
If I may read just one sentence here. According to Sharia, every faithful Muslim is obligated to wage jihad, whether violent or not, against those who do not adhere to this comprehensive totalitarian political military code. The enemy's explicit goal is to establish a global Islamic state known as Caliphate, governed by Sharia. Sharia is based on the Quran. Sharia dictates that non-Muslims, that would be you and me, Mr. Cope, be given three choices: convert to Islam and conform to Sharia, submit as second-class citizens, or be killed.
Now, you believe...
Yes, sir, I believe that that's what they teach.
All right. Now...
I have not been to the mosque. I have not heard them teach that at this mosque. But if they are true Muslims, this is what they teach, sir.
Now,
Sharia law totally violates our U.S. Constitution. If you study it for 10 minutes, and you don't have to be very intelligent to figure it out, it violates the U.S. Constitution.
All right. And what law enforcement officials have you contacted to notify them that a crime has been committed? Have you contacted the local sheriff's department?
Well,
answer my question.
Yes, sir.
And who did you speak to?
I did not speak specifically to Truman Jones, but we sent him a letter, I guess you could say a letter, or, you know, that we wanted him to investigate thoroughly. My name was on the letter. There were many names on the letter.
Do you have confidence in the local law enforcement officials that they will try to uphold the law to determine if there have been any criminal violations of the laws of the United States of America?
I certainly hope that they do. I don't know personally any of these. I don't know any of them, so I don't know personally.
All right. And are you aware that the FBI has been notified of this as well?
Yes, yes, I have been.
And but you would agree that the appropriate place for this to go is to law enforcement officials to see if a crime or law has been broken that amounts to criminal activity, correct?
Well, I think that as mayor, maybe I'm giving Mayor Burgess too much leverage here or too much power. I don't know, but I think as the overseer of this county, he's the buck stops with him. I think he has the authority to say, let's discontinue building the mosque until we can thoroughly investigate this situation. But now, like I said, sir, I'm not a lawyer.
Right. And if others, as you say, you're not a lawyer, that if the others said that the laws don't permit him to do that he has to accord certain individuals all their rights equally, would you agree that he should follow the law in this case?
Well, like I said, we have to render to Caesar what is due Caesar. We have to respect the governments and follow the law. And I'm hoping that somebody here in this county will step up to the plate. And I don't know how it's going to turn out, but I hope somebody steps up to the plate and says, hey, we need to investigate this more.
Thank you.
So, thank you.
Want you to report to law enforcement?
Well, what apparently I think that's what he said, yes.
Who's the head of all law enforcement? Do you know?
The head of all law enforcement?
Mm-hmm. What about the United States Department of Justice? Let me ask you something, Ms. Alford. Are you aware that the United States Department of Justice filed a brief in this court against these plaintiffs? Are you aware of that?
Yes, sir, I am.
Are you aware that the United States of America Department of Justice referenced criminal sanctions against these three plaintiffs because they're asking questions?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I object to that question. That's not at all what that brief says.
Read it.
You have, Your Honor.
It's got the word criminal in it. Why does the government want to threaten these three people with criminal? Have you looked at the Islamic Center of Murfreesboro's website?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Cope wanted to ask you if you saw anything about Sharia on there. Did you see on the home page where it says, through this page you can ask a FIQH?
Well, the main thing that, that I have seen that disturbs me on that website is the disrespect of the American flag, and the disrespect of the Israeli flag. That's what really stands out in my mind, because that picture, you know, is, see, so, you know, they don't respect America, they don't respect Israel, and that's what stands out in my mind.
Do you know the definition of a fic or a fook or whatever that word is?
I'm not real sure.
Okay, under encyclopedia, do you have any reason to dispute that the Arabic is understanding? Muslim jurisprudence, the science of ascertaining the precise terms of Sharia. From the Islamic Center of Murfreesboro's website. Have you looked at their website on other things, Miss Alford? Have you looked at the Islamic Center of Murfreesboro's website regarding how people are to be buried, whether it's to be in accord with Sharia law or it don't say anything about Sharia law? It is, however, important that the women must be dressed according to the Sharia rules and be accompanied by her mahram.
Right.
You familiar with that?
A little bit.
And he was asking you if you knew any connection of the Islamic Center of Murfreesboro to Sharia. Is that two examples in just black and white that anybody can read where there is a direct connection between the Islamic Center of Murfreesboro and Sharia law?
Yes, sir. That is a direct connection.
He wanted to ask you about all these things. Did you have a problem with it? And I think he was asking you about capital punishment. And whether or not if somebody had a problem, this one had a problem, does that make it a religion? Well, here's what I want to ask you. What about sex with children?
That's totally horrible, and I would hope that those people would be prosecuted to the fullest extent.
By who? Our federal government says all is well. We're going to sue you plaintiffs. What about women being treated as second-class citizens?
Oh, I don't think that's right, but to be honest with you.
What about the killing of homosexuals?
Well, I don't think that's right.
What about the killing of apostates?
No, see, I just don't agree with
What
the
about
Sharia law.
What about killing someone because your imam, your pastor, and your police officer all wrapped up in one gives an edict to go kill someone?
It's terrible.
Is there any place inside Rutherford County for that to exist?
No, we should really stand up for this county. I'm not so worried about myself, but the young children that are coming on in this county, that's what really concerns me. What are we going to leave for them?
Thank you, Miss Alford.
You're welcome.